Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about things I like and dislike about my 750 GS. I actually, replaying it, it sounded really bad because I was listening to background music. So I'm planning on deleting the live streams just because when I keep replaying and replaying it, even though I like the content, it hurts my ears to listen to it, and I'm pretty sure maybe it did the same to you guys, and that's just not a good thing. So I'm just gonna delete it. Before I get started, I just want to show you guys that I am able for the first time to attempt to work on the bike with a casted foot and my crutches and my knee scooter. I need everything actually to be able to do this. So first off, things I like about it, I like how I can take it long distance, and I do get tired, especially if it's like 15 plus hours worth of riding, but 4-hour rides is not a big deal with this bike. I like how it's easy to modify it with, you know, adding on the racks to put luggage, taking it off when you don't need it. It's easy to work on the bike. I like the tank capacity. It's not as much as the GSA actually, but honestly, all I did was pack fuel canisters on my pannier racks, pannier bags, the Moscow Moto panniers, and that's enough for me. And most of the time when I travel, I don't go to super remote places where I can't come back out and refill gas anyway, so that has not been an issue for me yet. As stock GS, when I first got it, I didn't like it that much. I got it because it was cheap. It was the cheapest GS, and I didn't like it until I put everything that I like on the bike. Now I like it because I made the bike for me. So it came with windscreen that's super tiny. Now I have a taller windscreen that's really good for touring. It didn't come with bark busters like this, so I had to order that. It didn't come with any crash cages, so then I put on the crash cage. It didn't come with pannier racks. Right now it's off the bike, but I'm reinstalling it. So it didn't come with, it wasn't readily accessible for like putting luggage. So I added the top rack for my shad case, and then I have the Touratech pannier racks, which I am reinstalling in a second. And I changed the exhaust because it sounds better with the Remus exhaust. I switched out the mid-pipe with my latest addition. Actually, not so latest one. Before I move on to that, I have the double take mirrors, which is really nice because you can just fold it over or take it off if you don't need it. And I have my quad lock phone mount right here that I added a wireless charger so that on long trips I don't have to have a dangling wire that goes all the way to the phone and then it gets pinched because I use a tank bag. I'm gonna apologize in advance because the camera angle might be a little off, and it's usually easier to work with different angles when I have both of my feet, but it's a challenge right now just getting stuff started. Going into pavement wise, of course there's no issue with the handling. I like the way it handles, but I was very impressed when I took it off-roading, and as you can see, it's not really set up for off-road. With that, what I mean is it doesn't have 21-inch front wheel. It has cast wheels. The tires are not fully off-road tires. They're at the most maybe 80-20 tires there. And I was, in the beginning, very beginning, I was scared that I'm like, oh my god, it's not gonna handle as well as the 701. But actually, on light off-road, this bike handles really well. I'm very surprised. A lot of people complain about the stock seat on this bike. it doesn't bother me. I've never had a different seat. I've never tried seat concepts. I've never tried any custom seats. And I've ridden on this bike on long trips. And like I said, all the way up to 15, 16, 17 hours at one point in a day. And I don't have a problem with the seat. I have a prior back injury, so what I do preemptively is I take the opportunity of the gas stops. So when I am getting low on gas, I look at it not as a bad thing, but as a perfect time to rest and stretch so that I don't agitate my back injury. And that could be why it doesn't really bother me to sit on the bike that long. Who knows? But the seat itself does not bother me at all. If anything, I had to turn the handlebars a little bit down towards me, because when it first came from the dealer, it was up how it was, a stock way, and my arms are short, so I'm always like this sitting, and it's so uncomfortable. So now that I turn it down, I'm able to bend my elbows a little bit, so it's easier for me to move it. Okay, I think I am moving on to the things that I don't like about this bike, which is a lot. And it's not severe bad things, it's just personal preference. For example, this bike is catered to city riding, more like a city bike, and in a sense that, like I said, cast wheels. It came with like a miniature windscreen that's totally useless. I didn't like how they have the mount here. You see how the GPS mount is right there? It gets in the way of my Nomad tank bag, because I have a huge tank bag, and I haven't got a chance to order a replacement adapter so that I can mount it closer to on top of the TFT screen, just how the 1250 GS have them. And another thing was, it never came with bark busters, and let's face it, you know, like, I need my bikes with the bark busters in case I drop it, because it's big and I'm small and I can't save it every single time. So that's something I want on my bikes. And so is the crash cage, just so when it does fall, the crash cage saves most of the impact, that the replacing the parts isn't as expensive as it would have been if I don't invest in a crash cage. I've basically transformed this bike into what I like, so I kind of eliminated most of the things that I do not like about it. What I haven't yet, oh, there you go, now that I'm looking at it, it's the foot peg right here. You guys can see it. So the peg is so small. I need bigger pegs, especially when you're standing a lot on the bike. It's hard to, it's more, how do you say that, fatigue. It's you experience more fatigue. I'm kidding. My vocab is falling out the window. So I would really like to have bigger foot pegs for off-roading, and for, you know, if you have to stand on the bike for long periods of time. It's just nicer. What else? So I also, this didn't come with a skid plate, so I'm actually reinstalling my skid plate, and I'm not sure if it's worth posting a video, but I'll try to post one anyway, just in case. So I have a AS3 Performance skid plate, and I know at some point I've talked about a lot of other things that I do not like about this bike, but right now I don't remember them anymore. So with that said, I would like to hear from everybody else that's watching this video what you guys like and don't like about your GS, and let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.